What's shaking, everybody? It is Sunday, January 30th, NFL Championship Sunday. It is early afternoon, about an hour before game time. All I can really say about today is if you don't enjoy sorting cards, don't get into selling cards. I'm going to go through the breakdown real quick and kind of move some of these out of the way so we can get started here. This was an interesting Yesterday was an interesting day from the standpoint we sold a lot of cards, not only in volume, but in price. Some of the challenges with that, the big thing is fulfillment. How quickly can you get through your cards and put them together to go to the customer? What do you have to do to get them ready to do that? What do you have to do to get them out the door? Do you have enough sleeves, top loaders, shipping materials, all those kinds of things? So if you don't have like a system in place, like if you start getting into stacks, people come in and they start buying things, and even if it's just one or multiple buyers, man, it can make a real challenging day for you. So first off, we'll go over, we'll get it right out of the bat. Hey, so this didn't start off the sales yesterday, but this is a card we've had in our collection for a long time. Shout out to the Skull Brothers. Skull Brother Kev hooked me up on a real good deal on these back in the day, and there's some things I want to get accomplished and work on. So this saw the market, and a guy sent me an offer, and so I accepted it. What the hell, that's what it was up there for. A guy come by, he picked up a single, the Flea Flicker Mosaic, had some Ichiro hanging out, saying see you later. Always loved Ichiro. Juice, Big Ben, and then a Giants fan come by and grabbed our usual lot. So that's another thing that's interesting about today is, for the past few weeks, we've been seeing a lot of this single action. And that's always cool. I'm not going to complain about that. But then every now and again, we see a couple of stacks, go out, and once again, man, our dude Jerry in Nampa, Idaho, stopped by, dropped a couple bucks, and decided he would have me send him out some Ravens. We're happy to do that. I don't know. I think this pushes him almost to 75 cards this week. So thank you, Jerry, man. We appreciate you hanging out. Now this one is pretty cool because all these stacks are going to one buyer. So the buyer stopped in, selected all of these stacks, and now we're coming back. And the reason why they're stacked up is primarily I sorted and collated them by team, but also they're listed by team. So that's kind of the way it breaks down. There's some kind of interesting cards in here. And we'll just go through them real quick. A couple Chris Carters, some Cardinals. That Topps Magic set, that's there. That's a bad man right there, Chandler Jones, some Larry Fitzgerald, and then another bad man. It's crazy to think of how many just stellar, stalwart defensive linemen played for the Cardinals over the years. Here's a sideways Mike Allstott from back in the day. I believe a 90-something score. 2001, actually. And then a 13 Prism Doug Martin, Sapp Howard, Antonio motherfucking Brown. Wow. Anyway, Jason Witten, Mo Claiborne, Jalen Smith. So yeah, I just come in here, 2000, this combination right here, man, I got a pause for the cause. These are some of the most beautiful cards. Topps Chrome 06, 07. And the Cowboys in that uniform combination. Even if you're not a Cowboys fan, man, it's hard not to look at those cards and go, wow, they're nice. Topps Magic, man, that's, I'll beat the drum for Topps Magic, and they're there, man. I'll do what I can to share them with the world. They're awesome. So yeah, he stopped in and picked up, just a wide variety. And that's what's kind of fun about building these type of listings is a buyer can come in and just select all kinds of cards if they want to. And, granted, we're just showing a lot of simple football base, not really a big deal, but it's inexpensive to build these kind of listings for people. Evidently, they're attractive to some customers. They're attractive to some buyers and collectors because they can get a mismatch of all kinds of players, all kinds of cards. You know, it's just kind of fun. And it is kind of fun to go through and sort them. I don't know to this degree, you know, 100 some cards. But it really emphasizes that if you want to try to get to the volume of doing these kind of things, like we talked about, being able to have the infrastructure to support your shipping. Also, too, man, like how do you have these arranged? How are these stored? Are they easy to find? You know, like I don't know how many times I sort like the listing comes up on eBay, you know, and it will say, hey, these are what the guy bought. Well, that might not be the order that I have them sorted in. So I might have to go through that stack and then over here and then over there and then back, you know, and it takes a lot of time. There's some Upper Deck, man. And I don't think these guys get enough love for their photography during the 2000s, mid-90s. Pro Set, Eric Dickerson. Motherfucker drove a Trans Am to high school. How can you not love that, man? Gold Trans Am. That's a great story. There's another one of those. That blue, man, golly. Big fan of Topps Chrome. There's another pretty cool one. And it's cool to have those kind of cards, you know, like what's best about this kind of deal is the guy shows up, he buys all these cards, and I get to look at them again before I send them off. Even with this one, man. But I believe that's 2012, 2010. Yeah, 2012. Yeah. And then one of my favorites, Topps Platinum. This guy's playing today. And he's made a huge difference on the Chiefs' defensive line, man. I'm really excited to see what they have in store for Mr. Burrow. And I'm excited to see what Mr. Joe Burrow, Joey B, has in store for the Chiefs as well. It could be a colossal game. You know, I was thinking about it earlier. A game like this might be a game that really transcends football as far as displaying a couple of talents, generational talents that are going to elevate the gameplay of the entire league. And that's what I'm thinking going into it. I can't call a winner because of that, because I think it's going to be that big of a deal for that long. But if I had to do it, man, I would pick this guy, because after last week's 13-second, I don't even know what you call that what happened last week. I can't. I have a hard time picking against this guy, and we'll see you again tomorrow.